Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to the Sanctuary. Once again, we are playing Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail, the newest expansion in the Final Fantasy XIV saga. So, it's been a bit since we finished the main scenario quest for Dawntrail, and normally I get to this sooner, but it unfortunately had to wait until it had to wait until a few extra patches before I could get it because I was focused dead set on, well, leveling up all my combat classes. As you can see, they're all at 100 now, so I have no excuse. So, tonight, this episode, we will be beginning the role quest for Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. Now, in order to start these quests, we are here in Tulialal, and I'm rocking my Gunbreaker, which is already at a level 100, but we'll be doing a little bit something different during each of these role quests because we've got a lot of roles to cover. But I'll get into them as we go through the role quest. Now, in order to start the role quest, we need to talk to Br'uk Evu here at Jabaliati, which I'm pretty sure I'm still butchering even after all this time. So, without further ado, let's get right to it with the level 90 quest, Uncouth Customers. Riz, I was wondering when you'd be around. Not a moment too soon either. I've got an urgent job that needs doing. There's no one else I'd entrust with it. Of course, you'll be wanting to know the details. It's a long story, so why don't you grab a seat over there? I'll join you shortly. Hope you're bringing some food, preferably tacos. Now that we are all settled, allow me to introduce myself properly. I'm Br'uk Evu, proprietor of Jabaliati. As you know, my establishment is open to anyone. People hailing from across Doral, sometimes further, come here to whet their appetite and slake their thirst. Given how we turn no one away, it's inevitable that a few bad apples might mix into my motley patrons. Therein lies the rub. Particularly rotten bunch was here not long ago. Sitting just over there, in fact, having a conversation most foul. I thank you all for coming here, so far from your respective homes. As this is the first time we have all gathered in one place, perhaps formal introductions are in order. I am... Welcome. What will you be having? Ahem. Could we have a moment, please? We are in the middle of something very important. Now then, where was I? Oh yes, I'm Apyahi. If you are sitting here now, it is because I have personally invited you to the Passage of the Unbound, my secretive, villainous order with ambitions to sow discord around the world. Villains do not often call themselves such. Nor do secret orders have their meetings in places where all eyes can see. What do you know? Your snide remarks only ruin my carefully constructed atmosphere. If I had time to think of a suitable slogan, you would understand that words are everything. But I digress. I invited you all here for one reason. To throw the world into a mire of chaos. and then watch its nations crumble. What else would we call ourselves if not villainous? My only interest is to punish all who've dared to mock and belittle me. As long as I can achieve that, you can call me whatever you like. Rich, the powerful, the mighty, all should be crushed under the weight of my ire. A grand design for a group of 6. Even if we manage to muster others to our side, there's a limit to what we can accomplish. I regret to say you are right. At present, we are bound and powerless. That is why, in order to raise our fist against our oppressors, we must find the strength to shatter our shackles. And in so doing, shall we become unbound. Like the birds soaring up above, we shall take flight and spread our wicked wings, staining the azure skies black. And it's raining. But sometimes skies become treacherous with clouds, and even birds must rest. You speak of finding strength. Is that why we are here? Look for it? If so, then I pledge my aid. Newfound might at my beck and call shall win adoration known only by a hero. Your eagerness is heartening, and you are correct. The tools to make our goal a reality lay in Tural. Across this continent can be found certain artifacts which possess untold power. Did you say artifacts? Oh, I sense an adventurous hunt for instruments of devious devilry ahead. My imagination is overflowing with images of the new forms my trickery might take. I dare say the world is not ready. Yes, well, to get to the heart of the matter, the objects are held by the disparate tribes which make their homes in the Turali continent, where they have been passed down through generations as sacred treasures. Whatever stories these people have attached to their so-called treasures matters not. Each contain the essence of fearsome beasts called Tural Vidral, and with them in our possession, none shall be able to stand against us. We shall take the objects for ourselves, bring them across the sea, and use them to undermine nations far and wide. The means by which you each choose to do so I leave in your hands. I only ask that you do not disappoint. I take it there are no questions? Then let the passage of the unbound open unto the world. We begin at once. They didn't order a single thing. That's the long and short of it. What do you think? They left without ordering anything? Villainous indeed. Right there in their name. They're unbound by manners and respect. Won't be welcome back here anytime soon. You, on the other hand, can stay as long as you like. Of course, we had a duty to report what we heard to the Landsguard. Indeed, But it didn't make a damn difference because soon we learned those unwelcome guests had teeth. Not long ago, one individual from a remote tribe came here seeking help recovering a stolen relic. And another came with the same story. Another, and so on. By the time we realized the passage of the Unbound was a real threat, they had one and all made their way across the sea with their ill-gotten gains. Each tribe has sent one of their own to recover what was lost. Being in strange lands, they're at a disadvantage. That's why I've been looking for someone who knows every corner of Eorzea and beyond. Now, I know you've business in Toral, or else you wouldn't be here in the first place. If you could take time to hear Ral Majun out, you'd be doing a service to many who could really use a helping hand. All right. Ral, what you got for me? Greetings. Allow me to thank you personally for lending your assistance in this matter. We've been quite desperate for someone suitable. Greetings, Ramajun. At the risk of becoming a daily nuisance, must ask, have there been any developments you might share? A nuisance? I perish the thought. You've come just in time, in fact. None other but the vaunted Christ has agreed to aid to the search. Finally, a fortunate turn. So long as our sacred treasures are in wicked hands, our home shall know no peace. To say nothing of the danger they pose to other nations. If these thieves really do intend to stir up chaos across the seas, you had better depart on to the next ship. But before you do, it might be proper to introduce you to those who have come to Tuliolal in search of aid. Loazenwikwe there comes from a village to the far north. Single warrior cannot help to withstand the power of her tribe's relic, so she requires a stout protector, someone that can be leaned upon when times are darkest. She must be the tank guide, the heirloom that I cannot pronounce his name. The heirloom that Nyipine must recover afflicts terrible maladies upon its victims. He seeks someone who commands great healing magics to counteract this effect. There's the healer. The search for Shashepia as the tribal treasure has been entrusted to a peerless hunter. She requires someone to act as a frontline fighter who can distract her target while her bow takes steady aim. And lastly, there is Sulhe, who knows little about her people's ancient artifact, aside that it must not fall into the wrong hands. She seeks a mage of great power. Anything beyond that lies shrouded in mystery. Aren't you forgetting someone, Rahoja? Your crisis is just as pressing, even if you won't say so yourself. Rahoja hails from further south than even Mamuk, and has traveled many days and nights in search of someone who can strike down their prey from afar. It's the only way to escape the effect of his village treasure. Did I get that right? Indeed, indeed. I do get so forgetful in my old age. Thank you, Rarmajun. 5 tribes, 5 stolen treasures. All are waiting for the aid of a brave soul. Hopefully, that can be you, Chris. Of course, I'll share all I know on the matter. You need only ask. I know that I won't. I know that I will not hold it against you should you choose to assist only those for whom your talents are best suited. So long as you do what you can, the people of Taral and maybe even further will be in your debt. You have gained access to the role quest for Dawntrail. A separate quest line and story is now available for tank, melee DPS, physical range DPS, magical range DPS, and healer roles. Speak with the people of Taral gathered in Jabaliav T and assist them with recovering their stolen treasures. Well, 5 quest lines, 5 roles to do them in. So, the first one we will be doing, of course, is tank, because I'm a gunbreaker main, obviously, but I did level up all the tanking jobs, so we will be doing that in the next episode. If you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned. If you're watching on YouTube, here are the links provided to get you where you need to go. See you in a bit.